Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with another weekly reading vlog. Sorry for the glare in my glasses, I need them to read and I need my laptop because I need to know what books I am going to be reading this week. And my list is here on my laptop. So, start of another weekly reading vlog. Today is the 15th of May. Happy Sunday everybody. I'm super excited to be sitting down here to talk with you guys. Last week's vlog, I just finished doing the last clip for it. After I'm done filming this, I'm going to finish the editing, get it posted. It's probably going to be longer. I have a feeling this one is going to be about the same if I continue what I'm doing and jumping in every day to update you guys. But I just like talking with all of you. So, again, as I say in every video, timestamps in the description box below. If you want to jump ahead to any of the reviews and just see the reviews that I do, please feel free to go ahead and do that. So, in case you're new, the way that I work my weekly reading vlogs, my weekly reading, if you will, is that I have like 7 or 8 books. This week it happens to be 8. I have 8 books, 9, technically 9, books that I want to get through in the week. Let's see if I can do it. Last week, I think I finished 6 and I'm carrying 1 over, which is why there's another, there's 9 this week. But let's jump in and get started and I'll kind of explain as I go. So the first book that I'm going to be carrying over is going to be, pardon me, sorry. I will just bring it up here on my my Kindle. Is A Soldier's Dare by Jo McNally. This was my pick my next read from you guys from a couple of weeks ago. I am about 30% of the way through it. I did not get any of it read. I got a good chunk of it read I got 30% of it read last week, but that's as far as I got. So I decided to carry it over and I'm going to finish it this week for sure. So that is the first book. So the next set of books, the next 3 books are my jar picks. So every month for my TBR now, I'm only going to be sharing with you guys 12 books that I want to get to. They're kind of these are the books I really want to read. These are my must reads for the month. And I put them all in pieces. I write them down on pieces of paper and I put them in this jar. And then every week I'm going to pull 3 books or 2 or 3 books or whatever the case is. Those are the ones that are going to go on the list to try and get read this week. If I don't get them read, if there's books that end up on these lists that I don't get read, I'm going to put onto a carryover list. All that will come out in the wash. Maybe at the end of the month we'll talk about it, but I'm just kind of moving these pieces of paper around. All right, let's throw those 3 in there. I've only got 3 left, so we've only got next week, you guys. So let's see what our 3 books are for this week. The first one we have, yay, I'm so excited, Beach House Summer by Sarah Morgan. This book comes out on Tuesday. I think I'm going to start it today because I do have an e-art copy from NetGalley. I'm going to be starting it today. So I'm very excited about that one. So yay. The next one that we have here is I Kissed Shara Wheeler, which is by McQuiston, I believe. It's a YA contemporary. And I have this one from NetGalley on audio. So I'll be starting this one on audio. Very excited about that one as well. And last but not least, we have The Arctic Curry Club. Oh, yay. So this is one that's already been released. It came out a while back, and it's about a woman who follows her boyfriend, I think, to the Arctic because he's doing research. And so to combat the loneliness, she starts cooking her mother's Indian recipes. And that's what it's about. It sounds so charmingly delightful. So yay, The Arctic Curry Club. So those are the 3 jar picks for this week, and I'm very, very excited. So into the rest of the books. My throwback book for the week. I like to do a throwback book, which is either a Nancy Drew or a Babysitter's Club or whatever. This week it's a Nancy Drew, and we have The Clue of the Tapping Heels by Carolyn Keene. This is, I think, book 16, maybe, in the original Nancy Drew series, the Yellow Spine Nancy Drew series. And this cover is not the cover that my library has, but I love it. This, I think, is the original cover. And I don't know, guys, I love this. I love this cover so much. So I'm really looking forward to that one. The next one, the Pick My Next Read. Guys, this book won by a overwhelming majority. I think the other 2 books had maybe 10 votes each. This one had 35. So clearly you guys wanted me to read this one. We're going for a cozy mystery, and we have Cold Brew Corpse by Tara Lush, the second book in the A Coffee Lover's Mystery series. So yay on this one. I am very excited. This one I did have from NetGalley, so I'm excited to be able to read it, get it read. It's going to be great. So yay. So thanks for picking that one, you guys. My Pass the Parcel read. So we are now more than halfway through this challenge. This is week 7. There are 12 weeks in total. So I have I guess this is 5 more. So this should take, I guess, maybe till the end or mid-June. And then this challenge will be over for 6 or 8 weeks. But then I will rejoin because it's one of my favorite challenges. So this week's prompt, so the Pass the Parcel challenge, again, I'm probably repeating a lot of this for those of you who watch these videos every week. But for anyone who's new or if you don't remember, the Pass the Parcel challenge is a challenge that is part of the Romance Readers Reading Group over on Goodreads that I've been a member of forever. And essentially, you sign up ahead of time, you get placed into a group, and then every Friday they announce the new challenge for the week. So this week's, and then you need to read a book based on that challenge. So this week's challenge was to read a book from one of the lists. They do these quite often. You know the Listopia lists on Goodreads? Favorite YA contemporary of 2022. And somebody, people will create a list and add books to that list. So the lists for this week all had to do with wealthy characters, very millionaires, billionaires, kings, wealthy men. And you had to pick a book from these lists. So the book that I picked is one that I don't have. I could have sworn I had a physical edition of this, but I can't find it. I took a look through my bookshelves earlier and I couldn't find it. But it is available on the Audible Plus catalog, and since I subscribe to Audible, I can listen to this one for free. And it's Neanderthal Seeks Human by Penny Reid. This is the first book in the Knitting in the City series, and this is actually the series, to my understanding, that comes before the Winston Brothers, and I love the Winston Brothers series. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to look through the bookshelves again. I might have just missed it because I've been in a bit of a rush this morning. So I'm going to check again. I'm almost certain I have a copy of this book. So regardless, I'm going to be reading this one and I cannot wait. It's going to be great. I do pick another Harlequin read every week. Last week I DNF'd the book because I didn't like it, but that's the way it goes, right, you guys? And this is one that was actually on a couple weeks ago for the Pick My Next Read. And you guys really wanted me to read it, and I did a random pick of the Harlequin books that I had on my TBR for this month, and I will be reading The Lawman's Rebel Bride by Amanda Renee. So that's this week's book. And the 9th and final book for this week, can I get them all done, guys? Can I? Probably not, spoiler alert, is going to be By Booker by Crook by Eva Gates. This is the first book in the Haunted Library series, I think. So this is for the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord group. I will try to leave link to that below. I'll try. I'm not sure if I can leave Discord links or how easy it is to leave Discord links. I will see what I can do. So Discord is I'll be honest, guys, I'm not really that adept at it. It's kind of like a social media thing where you can type messages to people. There's big groups and they talk. You can use it on your desktop or on your phone or your tablet or whatever. But I have been participating in live shows over on Tiffany at the Beach Bum Bookworm with her Saturday shows. And every other week they do a scavenger hunt of sorts. So they let you know ahead of time what the scavenger hunt is. So, for example, yesterday on Saturday, I was part of the live show, and the scavenger hunt was to read a cozy mystery that takes place in a restaurant. And I inadvertently did because I finished the Seaside Cafe mystery series by Bree Baker with reading book 7, Pleading the Fish. So this week, this Saturday coming, I will not be part of the live show. They're going to be doing a wrap-up of a book that they read as a group. I have not read the book, so that's not the reason I'm not going to be on. The reason I'm not going to be on is because, unfortunately, I have to work that weekend. Or I have to work next Saturday for 5 hours or so. But whatever, it's fine. But the following weekend, so the 28th of May, I'm going to be back on. And the theme for that week, the scavenger hunt theme, is to read a cozy mystery that has a lighthouse or water on the cover. Now, technically, I could use Cold Brew Corpse because there's water on the cover, right? But I decided to go with By Book or by Crook by Eva Gates because it's got a lighthouse. And this is a series I've really wanted to start. I have the newest three, like the 2020, 2021, and the 2022 release, all from NetGalley that I have not read yet. But I'm really trying to read books in order. So I'm like, let's start at number 1 and let's see if we can get through these. And then I can, read the newer ones from NetGalley. So that's a hopeful for this week. I know I know my library has it on audio. So that's a bonus. But anyway, that's my reading list for the week, guys. 9 books. 9 books. I am still reading Gone with the Wind. It is right there. I am listening to it on audio, so that's why it's on my shelf. I'll try to remember to show it to you guys later this week or something, like how far I am. I'm into part 4, so the war is over. For those of you who have read Gone with the Wind. The war is over now, and Ashley has just returned. That's how far into the book I am. And of course, I do still have books that I'm reading for my Harlequin vlog. But I anticipate this could be a bit of a quieter week. We are coming up to a long weekend here in Canada. The 23rd, which is a week tomorrow, is Victoria Day, which is the Queen's birthday. Or Queen Victoria's birthday, if you will. And we get it off as a holiday. And because I'm working on the Saturday, so it's not technically a long weekend for me because I work all this week and then I work from home on Saturday and then I'm off Sunday and I'm off Monday because Monday's the holiday. But because I worked the Saturday, I'm taking the next Friday off. So that next week, the week of the 23rd, I only have 3 days at work, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which is brilliant. So this week, typically coming into a long weekend, especially into the summer long weekend, work tends to quiet down a bit. So I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done. We shall see, guys, over the next few weeks how many books I can get read. I'm already doing, I am super pleased with the amount of books I'm reading, but I like having all this choice. So anyway, I'm rambling. It's the start of the vlog, guys. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this. You guys kind of get a bit of a spoiler because you can just scroll right down right now and you can see which books I actually finished. Because the timestamps will be down there, so you can check that out. Spoiler alert for you guys. If you don't want to be spoiled, just continue watching the vlog. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is May the 16th, and it is 9:30 in the morning. A little bit later than when I normally sit down and talk to you guys, but I did shoot a couple of videos that I meant to do yesterday, but I had a bit of a lazy Sunday yesterday and I didn't. So I went ahead and filmed them both this morning. So that's done. I am happy. I am working from home today. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my manager called me last week and we had a chat on Friday and she's like, with the price of gas currently, she's like, it's a little expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And bless her, she says to me, she doesn't want us, meaning the department, to have to pay to come into work, essentially, with, having to pay for gas and stuff like that. And I live about 45 minutes each way, 45 minutes to an hour each way. So, this week, it used to be 3 days a week. I was going in 3 or 4 days a week. Now it's only 2. And she did say that if I wanted to go down to 1 day a week, she was perfectly fine with that. But right now, like I said, we'll play it by ear and we'll see what it's like. Traffic is getting busier too because everything is opening back up again, which is great. And it's also summertime and there tends to, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm working from home today. This is pretty much what I'm saying. I have to go in on Tuesday and Thursday this week, so that's not too shabby. So I wanted to give you guys an update for the books that I read yesterday. So I talked about all the books that I want to read this week, and I put them on a wheel, and I spun 2 books yesterday, so I kind of jumped back and forth between 2 different books yesterday. And the first book that I got a good bit read in, about 25% of the way through, was By Book or by Crook by Eva Gates. This is the first book in the a lighthouse library mystery series. So what I love is there's an author's note at the very beginning of this book, and she talks about the fact that this is based on a real lighthouse off in the Outer Banks of South Carolina, and she explains that this is not the lighthouse itself is real. The library and everything it contains is not, because it would never fit. What did she say in the introduction? It wouldn't fit. I can't remember now. I just thought it was really, really cute. So hold on one second. I got to share it with you guys. Author's note. So it says, the Bodie Island Lighthouse is a real historic lighthouse located on the Cape Hatteras National Seashore on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. It is still a working lighthouse protecting ships from the graveyard of the Atlantic and is open to the public. The lighthouse setting and grounds are as wonderful as described. It is not, however, a library, nor is it large enough to house a collection of books, offices, staff rooms, 2 staircases, or even an apartment. But it is large enough to accommodate my imagination, and I hope the readers also. Isn't that delightful? Like, I just thought that was the cutest little introduction. So this is a cozy mystery series that takes place in this lighthouse, and in this first book, I think he's one of the patrons of the library. I don't think he actually works. He's on the the town council. And he's our main character, Lucy. It's told from her perspective. She is our amateur sleuth. She has just gotten a job here. She worked at the Harvard Library in Boston, and then came down to get a job as a librarian's assistant. And she was hired on, and there's someone else in town who has a bit of an issue that Lucy got the job because she felt the job should have gone to her. And then this old curmudgeon gentleman on the town council ends up dead, and the story is going to go from there. So I am enjoying it so far. Yeah, I do love a good cozy mystery. So I read some of that yesterday. The other book that I got about 25% of the way through was The Lawman's Rebel Bride by Amanda Renee, and so far I am really enjoying this one. Sorry for the glare, you guys. The lighting is a little weird today because I've got the blinds open, but it's dark. It doesn't know what it's going to do. It's going to rain. Fingers crossed the rain holds off. My husband is going out he has an appointment at 11 o'clock, and I just hope he can get there and back, at least there, before it starts raining. So anyway, The Lawman's Rebel Bride. So this is the story of Belle and Harlan. So they were supposed to get married 8 years ago, and then he left her at the altar for her best friend, whom he got pregnant. So him and the best friend ended up getting married, and then the best friend, her name is Molly, she took off. So 8 years have passed, but they've stayed in the same small town. Harlan is there because he's got his young daughter to look after, and Belle is still there because her grandmother lives in town, and her grandmother's the only family she has. Her mother walked out on her. She doesn't know who her father is, and her grandmother, now has Alzheimer's, and it's really, really heartbreaking. But the grandmother is at the stage now where she has, she's having more bad days than good days, unfortunately, but she's very, very adamant about the wedding, that Belle and Harlan are getting married. In the grandmother's mind, it's 8 years earlier, and it's, they haven't gotten married yet. So she approaches him, and she's like, listen, this is the situation. Can we do this quietly, pretend, whatever? Well, it becomes real, and the two of them are really married, and now they're going to have to learn how to interact with each other. So he is a town sheriff, and she is a veterinarian technician for a large animal vet, and she rescues animals. She rescues a piglet. She's got a rescued goat, a goose, and what else is it? There was something else. I can't remember what. Oh, a sheep. And these are all living in her apartment. So she's been evicted from her apartment. So Harlan has a ranch. She's coming to stay with him while they're married, and the story's going to go from there. What I really loved about this one, speaking of author's notes at the beginning, is that our author talked about this in the Dear Reader part, that she wrote this in memory of her grandmother who died from Alzheimer's in 1998. And she said this is her way of bringing her grandmother back to life by writing the grandmother in this book, and that just warmed my heart so much. She also talks about how she envisioned the two main characters, Belle and Harlan, and for Harlan, an actor by the name of Bailey Chase, who I was not familiar with, I had to look him up, but for Belle, she said it was country singer Miranda Lambert, and she said it was Miranda's rebel roots and animal-loving ways combined. that made, like her the character of Belle. And I thought that that was really, really sweet. And I kind of really like that, like, insight into the author's imagination on how she feels these characters look and act. So yeah, that was really cute too. So I'm enjoying that one quite a bit. And I spun the wheel again today. So that's like my goal, is that every day I spin the wheel, I pick 2 books and I read some from both of those books. The Rebels, the Lawman's Rebel Bride came up again today. So I'm going to get some more reading done on this one today. And then I'm also going to get some reading done on The Arctic Curry Club by Danny Reed. So this might not be the optimal way that most people will be like, just finish one of the books and then start something else. I like jumping around books. I really, really do. And I'm able to keep them all straight in my head. So it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so I'm going to be starting on this one today and I'm looking forward to it. And I will talk more about that one tomorrow. But before I let you guys go, I wanted to show you my cross stitch. I did show some of you guys, I did show some of it last week and you guys really seemed to enjoy seeing it. So I thought I'd do it again. So I did, again, spin the wheel for my cross stitch. And for the next 3 days, I will be working on this piece. Let me back up just a little bit. So that's the size of it. This is called Walk Fast, and it's from a designer by the name of Lindy Stitches. So let me come forward just a little bit for you guys. So this is actually a Golden Girls quote, and I love it. My friend Rainy over at Rainy Day Reads bought me the pattern for my birthday last year, I think. And it says, it's like that old Scandinavian saying. And then this is a sampler, so you're getting all these kind of like interesting little, characters and stuff. My job right now is I'm working on the border. I want to finish the border for this entire thing, and then I'm going to work on all the inside pieces. So over the next few days, my goal is to get the border done. But the whole thing, actually, what it's supposed to say is, it's like that old Scandinavian saying, you can lead a herring to water, but you have to walk fast or he'll die. And it's a quote, of course, from Rose from the Golden Girls. So yeah, I kind of really love it. So I've been working on that. And I'm hoping, working from home today, I've got time before I start work this morning, that I can work some more on that and do some at lunch and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is my goal. But anyway, last thing before I go, I just wanted to mention this very, very quickly. I wanted to wish a very happy birthday to my dad. Today he would have been 73. And I miss him terribly. Some days are better than others, but yeah, I really, on his birthday, I really do miss him. So yeah, I hope he's having a great birthday wherever he is. I said to my mom this morning, my grandmother, who passed away a year and a bit, almost 2 years before he did, she was in her 90s, and bless him, he was only 70, but it was his mother, and she, wherever they are right now, she is making him pierogies, liver and onions, which he loved, and confetti cake, because it didn't matter whose birthday it was, whether we liked it or not, she made people confetti cake. It was like her thing, because it was her favorite. So in honor of Dad today, I am wearing my Boston Red Sox shirt. I love the team, and he installed in me that love of baseball along with my love of reading. So I'm going to do lots of reading today. I'm going to watch the baseball game tonight in his memory. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Happy birthday, Dad. And before I start crying, I will let you guys go, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today is the 17th of May, and it is almost 9:30 in the morning. So I've been kind of relaxing a bit this morning, and then I was like, oh, wait, I wanted to film a clip. So here we are. I do not have a ton to talk about, but I did want to share something. So I made the decision last night to actually, I'm not continuing right now with Gone with the Wind. Now, this is not a DNF. I don't consider it a DNF because it's my 6th read through this book. I've read it 5 times already. I've seen the movie at least a dozen times. This is not a fact that I am not enjoying this, because I do really, really like this book. However, what I've come to realize is that I was going for a chapter a day. Now, I started this back at the beginning of April. It's now been over a month, and I'm not even at the halfway point yet, because there's a lot of days that I've been like skipping it. Like I'm like, oh, I'm not going to listen to my chapter today. I'll listen to it tomorrow. And at the rate I was going, it was going to be like July before I finished this. And one of my the things that I wanted to do this year is that I've talked about in a previous video, is that I kind of want to do a big group read of Outlander, because it's been longer since I've read Outlander or reread Outlander, and I kind of want to work my way through that series. Eventually, I will get back to Gone with the Wind. This is still, hands down, one of my favorite books of all time. I know it's controversial. I know it is, it's definitely problematic. Let's be real. I mean, it takes place during the Civil War, and our main character is a slave owner. Right? Like, this is not it's a good book, but I never know how to describe Gone with the Wind. It is a classic, but it is problematic. And I fully understand that. However, I still think it's a beautifully written story, and it's a really, really interesting story. But I just think that maybe I'm just maybe not in the mood for it. I don't know. So yeah, I was really enjoying my read through of it. I might have to go ahead and watch the movie. There is so much more in the book than there is in the movie. But yeah, eventually I will reread this, but I might wait another couple years or something like that. But like I said, I do want to do a reread through Outlander, and I wanted this off to the side, give myself a bit of a break from a big book before I get into Outlander. So what I'm thinking for Outlander yeah. So what I was thinking is that for anyone who's interested, and I'll make another announcement later on, is that what we would do is do Outlander, but read it for like 2 months. So we would do July and August. We'd read Outlander at your own pace, but you've got 2 months. If you want to finish it in a week, you can finish it in a week. If you want to take the whole 2 weeks, you can take the whole 2 weeks. But I figured July and August would be the months for Outlander. And then we would take September off. September's a break. Kids are going back to school. You know, summer vacation is over, blah, 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 blah. And then come back to in September, October. And then October and November do Dragonfly and Amber, which is the second book. Take December off because it's Christmas, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then come back to it again in January with Voyager. So that's my thought, is like 2 months to read the book, a month off. So yes, it'll take us time to get through all 9 books in the series, but I thought that that would be a really great way to kind of break it up a little bit. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. I'll take that into consideration. Like I haven't made any hard and fast decisions yet, but let me know, and we can, I'll put something together, and you know, maybe we'll start a Discord group, maybe we'll start a Voxer group. I don't know. Whatever you guys want, you tell me that too. So we can kind of talk to each other and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, that's my game plan for that. Excuse me. So what did I read yesterday? The book's in the other room. I did not do any reading on the American romance or the Western romance book, The Lawman's Rebel Bride, because yesterday I was spending most of my time focusing on reading. I'll have to pop the picture up, by Booker by Crook by Eva Gates, which is the first book in the Lighthouse Library series. I know I said I was going to read the Arctic Circle or the Arctic Curry Club book, but I had borrowed by Booker by Crook from Hoopla on audio, and I'm like, well, let's listen to the audio. Yesterday was a crazy busy day for me at work, but I did get a good chunk of time like after lunch to do a bunch of admin stuff, which I needed to do because I was falling behind in that all day. I was like double booked for appointments. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I listened to a good chunk of it yesterday, and I'm about 60-ish% of the way through it at this point, and I'm really, really liking it. So my goal is actually to finish it today. So, and then I can start another audiobook. But yeah, so that's really all that I read yesterday, you guys. But like I said, I'm really enjoying it. So today I'm going to, as I said, continue and finish by Booker by Crook. And then I was going to pick back up The Lawman's Rebel Bride. And I'm like, you started this book a week and a half ago. Finish it now. And I'm going to work on finishing A Soldier's Dare by Joe McNally. Either today or tomorrow, I will get this one done. So yeah, that is my game plan for my reading today. And that's it. So really right now, I've got 4 books on the go because I do still have on my currently reading list the Amanda Renee book, The Lawman's Rebel Bride. But I've got A Soldier's Dare, I've got the audiobook, and then I'm also reading A Love Inspired, which I'm not going to show you guys. It's right here. a love-inspired book for the Harlequin vlog that will be coming out next week. So I have this one and I have one more book for that challenge. So again, if you guys are ever curious to see what it is that I'm reading, it's not a huge secret because I am putting them up on Goodreads, that those are the books that I am reading for that Harlequin vlog. But that vlog will come out like next week, like I said. So anyway, guys, I wanted to keep this short and sweet. Let me know again about Outlander, how many of you want to join in on this. Like I said, I will do more of a formal announcement in another month or so, but I'm definitely thinking July, August for book 1, take a month off, 2 months for book 2, take a month off, and so goes the through all of the books. I personally am going to be listening to them on audio because the books are magical. The books are I love the books so much. I love the series so much. But when you add in Davina Porter's narration, it's like the cherry on top, and it's delightful. So if you're hesitating, if you're not sure, even just do a sample of one of the audiobooks for Outlander. Totally worth it. But anyway, I'm rambling. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Morning, BookTube. Happy Wednesday. Today is the 18th of May, and it's a little after 8. I guess maybe it's almost 8:30 in the morning. I am working from home today, so yay on that one. Don't have to go into the office, but so don't have to spend the gas in my car. But I am here with my morning sit-down coffee update. Sitting down with you guys over coffee to update you on my reading. So I finished a book yesterday, you guys. Very excited. I made a change to a book on my TBR for this week, and I started a new book yesterday. So let's talk about all the things. So first of all, yesterday I finished reading By Book or by Crook by Eva Gates, which is the first book in the Lighthouse Library Mystery Series. It's a cozy mystery series, and I really enjoyed this. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was super cute. I am really excited about reading the rest of the books in the series. I loved the location of this one, in this library, in a lighthouse in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. I loved the references to a lot of the other towns in the area. When I was younger, we would often vacation down in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, but of course we drove through North Carolina, so I was very familiar with those towns and with that beach community area, so I really, really enjoyed it. The mystery itself was a lot of fun. I liked our main character, Lucy. She's the new librarian, the new assistant librarian at the library. I love the characters who work at the library, the gentleman who does the children's librarian, and there's a woman who is another assistant. I think her name's Charlene, and she studied at Oxford and all these things, but she has a love of rap music. She's delightful. And yeah, I really liked it. I liked the community. We got into this discussion over the weekend about what it is in cozy mysteries that you like. Like, is it the mystery? Is it the setting? Like, for me, a mystery is a mystery, but with a cozy, it's not necessarily... I love knitting cozies because I'm a knitter myself. For me, it's definitely that sense of community. I like those small towns. I mean, that's a staple within cozy mysteries, but I love the small towns. I love the characters. I have to love the town and the characters for me to get invested into a series, and I can definitely see that this is going to be one of those. I love the cat on the cover. His name is Charles, after, of course, Charles Dickens. And yeah, this was a really, really fun story. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. Highly enjoyed it. So what else did I read yesterday? So I started, when I finished that book, because I finished that one while I was doing some admin stuff at the office. Then on my drive home from work, sorry for the glare with my glasses. On my way home, I started another audiobook, and I have this one from NetGalley, on audio from NetGalley. And I requested it on a whim. I saw a lot of people hauling it on, or getting ARC copies from the publisher on Bookstagram. And I'm like, okay, I've never read this author before, and I was curious. So I went on NetGalley, and lo and behold, they had the book on audio, and I was approved for it. I'm like, okay. So that's I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I know I'm saying her last name wrong, and I'm sorry. They did say it in the audiobook, and I didn't remember. I don't remember. So there's the cover. So this one is a YA contemporary romance, or a YA contemporary, I don't think. Well, there's probably a romance in here. Well, there is a romance in here at some point. But I am really enjoying this, you guys. I'm about 30% of the way through it at this point. And you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of YA. I'm going to put this down because of the glare. I'm not the biggest fan of YA books, but like, it's not something I'm always drawn to, which is funny because when I do read them, I like them. I think I'm just a little bit more selective with the ones that I pick up, and I tend to really enjoy those ones. But anyway, in this book, our main character's name is Chloe. I'm going to hold it back up again like this. Our main character's name is Chloe, and it's the day after prom, and each chapter starts off with, like, how many days since Shara went missing and how many days until graduation. So Shara Wheeler, who is a very, very popular girl in school, it's the day after prom and she's gone missing. And she's left this set of clues for Chloe, who they've never really been friends, but a week before she kissed her in the hallway at school. So she left these clues for Chloe, a guy by the name of Smith, who is Shara's boyfriend, as well as Rory, who is Shara's neighbor, and he has a crush on her. So these three people, Smith, Chloe, and Rory, are trying to find where Shara went, and Shara left them these series of clues in these envelopes with their names on them. So Chloe's big on finding her because it's almost graduation, and both her and Shara are up for valedictorian. And if Shara's gone, Chloe wins by default, but she doesn't want to win by default. She wants to win valedictorian by actually winning it, like legitimately doing better than Shara and getting valedictorian. So yeah, I'm about 30% of the way through this one. I'm liking it a lot. I will finish it today. That's my goal. So I will talk about it tomorrow more, but so far I am really, really enjoying it. And then the other book I got a couple more chapters on, I'm about halfway through at this point, is A Soldier's Dare by Joe McNally. This is a Harlequin special edition romance, and I am really enjoying it. I should hopefully get this one done today as well. So this is about a guy by the name of Jake, who is a soldier who has just come back from serving overseas. And he is back in this small town where his sister is living in Texas. And he falls for Belle Fortune, who is one of the fortunes of Texas. And she's very well-to-do. They're very much opposites attract, kind of an idea. He's a hardworking, working with his hands, kind of, he was a soldier, in the army, and she is a very privileged silver spoon, born with a silver spoon in her mouth, very well-to-do, prominent family, it's an opposites attract, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, I will report back more on that one. Hopefully, like I said, my goal is to get it done today. And last but not least, I did want to share that I have changed one of the books that I'm going to be reading this month, or this week, excuse me. So originally, my plan had been for the Pass the Parcel Challenge was to read Neanderthal Seeks Human by Penny Reed, which is the first book in the Knitting in the City series. I was really excited about it, and I do want to read it, and I did actually find it. I did have it on my shelf. I was looking for something else this weekend, and on Monday, and I found it. So I have a physical edition of it, so it's not like I'm going to forget that I want to read it. The issue is that it's a 15-hour-long audiobook, and I want to get this book done by Friday. And work has been really busy. Like Monday and Tuesday were super busy for me at work. I did have some admin time, but not a ton. So audio-wise, I have not had a lot of audiobook listening time. So I'm like, I really want to get a book done for that challenge. So I went back onto the lists and I looked and I found this book, and it's called, I'm going to pop a picture of it up because I don't have it on my tablet. It is called Most Eligible Millionaire, I think. I can't remember the author's name. It's so bad of me. I'm so sorry. But it's a bright pink cover. This comes in at like 8 hours on audio, and I got it from Hoopla. It's still a longer audiobook, but I can finish it relatively quickly. So I'm going to be reading this one instead for that challenge. I'm hoping to start this one today. I'm hoping to finish the Casey McQuiston book today and get this one started. So that's my goal for today. So those are my goals for today. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to log off. I'm going to let you go. And I will report back tomorrow on how I did with my reading. So I'll talk to you guys then. Bye, guys. Morning BookTube, happy Thursday. Today is the 19th of May, and it is about 9 o'clock in the morning. So sitting down with you guys, I am heading into the office in about a half an hour, I need to start getting ready, make my lunch, have some breakfast, all those good things. I slept in a little bit later this morning. It's cold today, you guys. It was so warm last weekend. For my American friends, I think we hit around the 90-degree Fahrenheit mark. It was 26 or 27 degrees Celsius. It was warm. And now we're back down to 10 degrees Celsius, which would be, I guess, 50-ish Fahrenheit for my American friends. So yeah, it was a little chilly. I had taken, the big thick comforter off the bed. And then last night I'm dragging back out my electric blanket. So it was one of those, it's too cold this morning to get out of bed, but, you do what you got to do. So I'm in a sweater today because, so I'm hoping, this is this is the unofficial long weekend to start to summer here in Canada. At least I consider it that. The May 2-4 long weekend, or the Victoria Day long weekend, if you want to be more proper about it. So it is a holiday for us here in Canada on Monday. We are celebrating Queen Victoria's and Queen Elizabeth's birthday. It's the Queen's birthdays, essentially, is what's being celebrated. And we do so with fireworks and beer. As one does. So it's always the Monday before Memorial Day in the United States. So yeah, I have a long weekend this weekend. I go into the office today. I have to work tomorrow a full day, and I do actually have to work Saturday. So it's not technically a long weekend for me because I am working 5 hours on the Saturday, but I'm doing it from home, so it's not that big a deal. And I really do predict it's not going to be very busy. But I'm getting a day off in lieu. So I'm off on Monday, and then I'm off next Friday as well, which is great. So I only work 3 days next week, which is going to be fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, rambling on, let's get into the reading. So I finished a book yesterday. I think this is my second book of the week. I had a plan to finish 8 or 9. And so far I'm at 2, and it's Thursday. So unless I suddenly finish 6 things in the next 3 days, who knows, maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. So anyway, yeah, let me talk about the book that I finished reading. I'll talk about what I'm currently reading, and then I'm going to probably let you guys go because that's it for this clip. So yesterday I finished reading I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I know I'm saying her last name wrong. In the audiobook, I heard them say the name and I repeated it to myself in my head. McQuiston? It's the way the emphasis is put on her last name that I'm getting incorrect, and I do apologize. I did enjoy this one quite a bit. I gave it 4 stars. Thank you very much to NetGalley and the publisher for sending me an e-arc copy of this one to read and review. I was really invested in this story. I was really invested right from the get-go. Now, this is the first book by this author I have read. I have not read, is it called One Last Stop? Was her book last year? Or the other one that she wrote. I haven't read either of them. This is my first by her, but now I would like to read her other books because I really did like this one. I found it smart. I know that's a funny thing to say, but it's a YA contemporary, essentially. But I felt like it didn't dumb anything down because it was YA. Does that make sense? It was smart. The characters were very intelligent. It was witty. There was some great funny bits in the book that actually had me laughing. Our main character, Chloe, it's narrated in first person by Chloe. And I think I told you guys already the premise, but just in case I forgot. So the premise of this story is about a girl by the name of Shara Wheeler, and it's prom. These are all seniors in high school, and it's prom night, and she goes missing. She's gone. And she leaves notes for 3 people. For Chloe, who's our main character, again, it's told from her perspective. And she kissed Shara, or Shara kissed her 2 weeks before prom. And then not Brian, his name is Smith. I want to call him Brian, I don't know why. His name is Smith, and he's actually Shara's boyfriend. He's the head of the football team, jock kind of character. And then a guy named Rory, who is Smith's former best friend and Shara's neighbor, who she also kissed. like the day before prom or something like that. So she's kissed all 3 of these people, and she's leaving them like these cryptic notes as to where she is. And Chloe really wants to find her because the 2 of them are neck and neck for valedictorian. And Chloe wants to beat her, but she wants to beat her fairly. She doesn't want to beat her because, like, win valedictorian by default, like just because Shara is no longer here. So I was really invested in the story. Like I said, it was told from first person. I loved Chloe as a character. She was very, very funny. She talks about various characters or various people in the school and about like these kind of skater. Back in our day, we would have called them the kids who like skateboarded and, you know, like gothy kind of those kind of, you know, that personality. I hung out with those people as well. I liked wearing all black, believe me. I kind of like moved from group to group in high school. You couldn't pin me down. But anyway, she was talking about this one character and she said, oh, whatever the character's name was. And she says, the kind of guy who's the future owner of a neck tattoo or something like that. So, you know, like kind of funny, kind of, you know, stuff that made me laugh out loud as I was listening to the book. And the thing that really made me pause is that this all takes place in Alabama, and Chloe was actually born in California. She has 2 moms. Her mothers are, of course, lesbians. And she was, how did they describe it in the book? That she was carried by her one mother, but used the egg of her other mother. So it was, but I really kind of like that. I thought that was interesting. So anyway, she was born in California. Her one mother is, and she calls one mama and the other one is mom. And her one mother is a opera singer, but then her grandmother got sick and they moved back to Alabama, which is where her other mother is from. So that's why they're living in Alabama in this very, very conservative area. She actually goes to a Christian school. Of course, her mothers are lesbians. So that's, you know, even within the school, she's being told in class that that's an abomination and what her mothers are doing is wrong and they're going to go to hell and blah, blah, blah. Chloe herself is bisexual. And there's several other characters in the school that are part of the LGBTQ plus community. So there's a lot, it's all representation in this book, which is fantastic. So anyway, the one thing that made me pause is that kind of made me go, wait a minute. I felt my age reading this book, was that Chloe is talking about her mother going to at the same school when she was younger. And the line was, when my mom was in high school in the 90s. And I went, wait, I was in high school in the 90s. Because even, I don't know about you guys, but even at my age now, like I'm 43, I'm reading a YA book thinking, oh yeah, the parents are like so much older. Like, oh my God, I'm probably older than the parents in this book. So anyway, that was kind of funny. And then there's this whole scene where they're trying to break into the principal's office. I won't get into like specifics, but they're trying to break into the principal's office and they have to hide in the ductwork. It's Chloe and the other character, Rory, and they're up there and he's listening to like, what did they call it? Like they didn't say it was oldies, but it was like whatever the music was, but it was like Matchbox 20 and Hootie and the Blowfish. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's some great music. So anyway, yeah, it was cute. But the reason it only got 4 stars instead of 5 is that at about the 70% mark, I don't want to give any spoilers to the plot, but something happens and the story became less interesting to me. Like, I wasn't as invested as I was at the beginning of the book. It was still a good story, but I just felt like the last 30-ish% dragged a little bit for me anyway. So, yeah, but I recommend that you give it a read because it was a lot of fun. Great summertime read. I mean, it takes place right before the summer starts. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to checking out more by this author. So what am I currently reading? I am still currently reading A Soldier's Dare by Joe McNally. I need to get this done. I only got a chapter of this read yesterday. Like I said, I was really busy yesterday. I had admin stuff to do, so I was able to listen to audio, no problem. But physical reading was a little bit difficult, so I'm hoping today I might have some more time or tomorrow. I want to finish this, and I want to finish The Clue of the Tapping Heels by Carolyn Keene, which is the next Nancy Drew book. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups that I need to read. Pardon me. And then I did start a new audiobook, yes. My goodness, I did start a new audiobook yesterday. The Most Eligible Billionaire by Annaika Martin. So there's the cover. Let me turn that down just a little bit there. So yeah, so there's the cover of this one. I'm reading this one, sorry for the glare, you guys, for the Pass the Parcel Challenge over on the Romance Readers Reading Group on Goodreads. And this one, I literally got a chapter into it last night. The chapters are longer, but it's about a woman who has taken care of this dog named Smuckers, for this eclectic old lady who passed away at the very beginning of the book. And she promised the lady she would look after her dog after her death. And, the lady's like, yeah, I will provide for the care of my dog because the dog ate like the best food and had this, that, and the other thing. But the lady didn't seem like she had very much money at all. And in the first chapter, she meets this lady's son, who supposedly has not been around for quite some time. Oh, and this lady was quite grouchy. She didn't like anybody. She only really liked her dog. So I have a feeling, like, from my understanding, is that the dog's going to be left a substantial amount of money. And the son, who's been estranged from his mother, is not. And because she's caring for the dog, our main character, there's going to be kind of a thing between her and this guy about the money and blah, blah, blah. I'll report back. It's cute. It's a shorter audiobook. I think I've got like 8 hours left on it or something. If I have enough time, I'll probably get this done today. So yeah, it's a relatively quick read, but I will report back and let you guys know. So yeah, so that's about it, you guys, that I have to report. I'm going to quickly film my video that's going to go up on Friday, the Pick My Next Read for next week. I do want to get to that book as well. So before the end of the week, let's see if I can do it. I want to finish, like I said, those 2 ebooks. But then I want to finish this book on audio. I would also like to start and finish The Arctic Curry Club by Danny Red, I believe is the author's name. I want to read, the one that you guys picked me from last Friday, the Cold Brew, what is it called? Cold Brew Corpse. I want to finish that one too. And I would like to read Beach House Summer by Sarah Morgan. So literally 4 audiobooks in 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Can I do it? We shall see. We shall see, my friends. So yeah. But anyway, that is it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Today is May the 20th, and it is about 5:30 at night. And yeah, I'm coming to you with a quick clip. I did not get a chance to update you this morning. I got busy doing a few other things, and then I had to log on to work. And I actually finished work today at 4 o'clock, which was quite nice. So I found out late yesterday that they instituted summer hours at the office. So every day before a long weekend, like it's not necessarily a Friday, but the day before a long weekend, we get to leave 3 hours early. So the whole office shuts down at 2, typically, like because most people leave at 5 o'clock, but because I work the later shift, I get to, was it 2? 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4. Yeah, 2 o'clock. So I got to leave at 4. Because I don't usually leave until 7 o'clock. So yeah, that was kind of nice. It was a really nice treat, if you will. And today was quite quiet, but I do have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I have to put in 5 hours tomorrow. But I'm working from home, and I think I mentioned this already. I'm taking next Friday off in lieu, so next week I only have a 3-day work week, which is great. So reading update. I'm kind of glad I did not update this morning because I finished a book today. So it's great that I get to update you guys right now. So a few hours ago, I finished listening to, on audio, The Most Eligible Bachelor by Annaika Martin. This is the first book in The Most Eligible Billionaire. Sorry, the picture will be right here. This is the first book in the Billionaires of the Manhattan Billionaires, or the Billionaires of Manhattan series. One or the other, I can't remember. There's about 6 books in this series. And I liked it. I didn't love it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I read this for the Pass the Parcel Challenge. I've mentioned this already. This week over on the Romance Readers Reading Group on Goodreads. So essentially the plot of this story, I did like the plot. I thought it was super cute. It's about a woman by the name of Vicky, and she has befriended this older woman who is quite cantankerous, and she's kind of just mean and not a nice person, but she loves her dog named Schmuckers. So, Vicky believes that this woman doesn't have a lot of money, but she treats her dog very, very well. So she thinks like maybe she's got a little bit of money, but she lives in kind of a shabby apartment and all these things. So anyway, the woman is dying, and she asks Vicky to take Schmuckers when she dies. And Vicky's like, yes. And she's like, I will leave you something in my will for the care of the dog, because the dog goes to a special groomer's and the dog eats a certain kind of food and blah, blah, blah. So the woman passes away. All this happens in the very, very beginning of the book. And it turns out that she's the 51% shareholder for this major worldwide conglomerate corporation that is worth billions of dollars. So her son Henry has his nose out of joint because she left the company, the 51%, like her share, to the dog. And Vicky is the dog's now owner. So Vicky speaks for the dog, kind of an idea. So that's kind of where the story goes, is that they're trying to discredit her, Vicky, that she's, a shyster or something like that, because she actually met the older woman at this... Sorry, I just noticed that I don't have my rings on, which I'm just now wondering where they are. I will locate them. I'm sure they're in my room. So anyway, yeah, so now all I can think about is the rings. It's going to bug me. So hold on one second. Sorry about that, but I legitimately was not going to be able to concentrate on anything until I put them back on. I had taken them off to wash my hands, if anyone was curious. So anyway, back to the book. So essentially Henry's trying to discredit her and, all these things. And of course they start a relationship. This book, it's contrary to the cover. If you look at the cover, like you're thinking, oh, this is like a cute little, like it's a cartoony cover. But we all know now, we have learned that these cartoony covers do not equate a sweet romance. This is definitely a very spicy adult romance. So, yeah. I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked Vicky's character. She had quite the backstory going with stuff that happened to her in her past. I don't want to get into the whole thing, as most of it's not revealed until the very end of the book. But Henry is the character that I felt like we didn't get to know him. Like, he was very one-dimensional. He was this ruthless billionaire CEO, and that was kind of his thing, right? And I just felt like we didn't really get to know him as a character, so I didn't really care. The other thing, too, is the writing was a little weird because the chapters I found ended very abruptly. Like, it didn't seem like, I know it sounds like something weird to complain about, but it's like it would just be this weird sentence. I don't even know how to describe it other than it just felt like there were parts missing, but I was actually, from watching some booktube lately, it's called hybrid reading, because I was like, I will lay in bed at night and I'll listen to it on audio, but I'll also read, like I was reading the ebook. And the ebook, like, it's not like there was stuff missing in the audiobook. Like, the ebook, like, would just, like, this weird sentence and then chapter whatever. And I'm like, it just seemed like a very weird place to put. It's like the author was writing and went, oh, I should have a break here, and then I don't know. It just felt like it was an unfinished thought. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. But anyway, 3.5 stars. I will continue on with the series at some point. I've added it to my list of series, and at some point maybe I'll pick up the next one. I'm not in a huge rush to do so, but it was cute and I read it for the challenge, and there we go. So currently I am still reading. I have not touched A Soldier's Dare by Joe McNally. My goal is to finish that tonight. I'd like to. And then I'd like to start and finish The Clue of the Tapping Heels by Carolyn Keene tomorrow. But I did start another audiobook because I was doing a lot of admin type stuff today, which is why I finished that audiobook. But I started listening to on audio Beach House Summer by Sarah Morgan, which is her brand new release. It just came out on Tuesday. And so far I'm really liking it. This is a women's fiction chicklet kind of novel. And it's about a woman who was married to a very famous celebrity chef. And that chef, they divorced prior to the start of the book, and they were married for like 20 years, and he'd been having affairs throughout the entirety of their relationship, and then finally last year, just after their 20-year anniversary, she split up with him. Like, she decided to file for divorce. Nobody can figure out why it took her that long to do, but she did. So at the very beginning of the book, this ex is in the car, in a car with this younger girl. And when I say younger, I don't mean young, but I mean like early 20s. Like clearly he's quite a bit older than her. We don't really know as the reader exactly what's going on, but there was a car accident. He dies, and the girl is still alive, and she's pregnant. And that's you're speculating on their relationship, but I don't know if that's actually what's happening. So the woman who was married to the gentleman, to that chef who died, why am I drawing a blank on her name? I think it's Joanna. She knows who this girl is. I keep saying girl, but you know what I mean. She knows who this young woman is. And she has gone to the hospital, and she's collected her, and they're going back to her hometown in this beach community in California. And that's about as far as I am right now. I'm about a quarter of the way through this already on audio, and I am really enjoying it. So it's Sarah Morgan. She writes such great books. This is actually the UK cover that I'm showing you guys just because I actually think it's a lot cuter, and I just like it better than the North American cover. But yeah, so I am enjoying reading this one. I will report back more. I'd like to get this one done today. I don't think I'll get this one done today. I'll probably get it done tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the Tara Lush book done. We shall see. Like I said, I got to work tomorrow. I'll probably start it, but I might end up having to carry it over a little bit into next week, which is fine. But I will check in. I may check in tomorrow if I finish this one. You know, like I said, my goal for tomorrow night, is to finish the Sarah Morgan book, the Carolyn Keene book, the Nancy Drew book, and the Joe McNally book. So I'd like to finish those 3 more books. If I can start the Tara Lush, Grounds for Murder, no, Cold Brew Corpse. If I can start Cold Brew Corpse, I will be happy. But I don't think I'm going to get all 4 of those done by, it's already 5:41 on Friday. I don't think I'm getting all those done by midnight on Saturday. Hey, you never know. Stranger things, right? But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Saturday. Today is the 21st of May, and it is about 8:30 on Saturday morning. So I am working today. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I have to put in 5 hours today, which is fine. But I've been sitting here this morning, and guys, I've already filmed 4 videos. Very short videos. Like 4 minutes long. Actually, the first one was an update to the vlog that you guys are going to see next week. And then I did the video on the numbers for June for TBR Bingo. And then I am participating in a couple of collaborations with a couple of other booktubers. I will announce those more when I have more information on when they're going to get posted. But those were just quick little 2-minute long clips of some recommendations. So I just filmed that this morning. I just feel on the ball today, you guys. So I am here to share with you the fact that I finished another book last night. So I thought I would give you guys a quick reading update. So yesterday or last night, I finished reading A Soldier's Dare by Joe McNally, finally. I'd been reading this for about 10 days, you guys. I don't know why this book took me as long as it did. It had nothing to do with the book. I loved the book. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But just for some reason, I was not picking up my ebooks. I think it's because I was a lot more busy this week than I intended to be, or I had thought I was going to be at work, and it didn't give me a lot of downtime to do any reading. So anyway, this is the second book in the Fortunes of Texas, the Wedding Gift series. I like this one a lot. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars, so it's the story of Jack and Belle. Is it Jake or Jack? I think it's Jake. It's Jake. Jake and Belle. And he has just come back from serving overseas in the military. Of course, as per the title, A Soldier's Dare. It's Valentine's Day. She is trying to catch the eye of someone else in this town of Rambling Rose, Texas. And she decides to kind of use him, but he's aware. He's aware. He knows he's being used as bait, if you will. But trying to make this other guy jealous, and of course the 2 of them end up falling for each other. It's really, really cute, really sweet. I liked it a lot. The way it ties into the Fortunes of Texas, the Wedding Gift series, is that all of the characters in these 6 books are going to receive these kind of interesting wedding gifts. Like they're not the ones getting married, but they're receiving these weird gifts, and it's all going to tie in at the end. So this is a continuity series. So each of the 6 books is being written by a different author, but they are all going to tie in, and you're meeting characters from other stories. You can jump in and out and read one outside of reading them out of, like, you can read them out of order, but it is a little bit more fun if you do read them in order, if you possibly can. So I've read the first 2 now, and I'm looking very much forward to continuing on with the series. So like I said, 4 stars, enjoyed this one a lot. Joe McNally is such a great author. And the other thing I want to share with you guys really quickly is I got some book mail yesterday. So the always lovely and always sweet Jerry Croto sent me some books in the mail. She is the sweetest. So this is her newest release, Stalking Colton's Family, like I said, by Jerry Croto, signed by the author. I am so thrilled to have this on my shelf. So signature, oh, I'm so grateful that authors are willing to do this for us, for us diehard readers, fans of theirs. And yeah, so this is the next book in the Coltons of Colorado series, which is another continuity series. I have started it and I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm looking forward to getting to Jerry's book. And then the other book is her newest release, which is coming out in June, which is part of the Love Inspired Mountain Rescue series. So this isn't part of the regular Love Inspired Suspense line or inspirational romance line. This is like a little offshot, if you will, like extra books or something. And it's part of the Mountain Rescue series. And this is called Stranded in the Mountains, again by Jerry Croto. Look at that cover, you guys. Doesn't that look good? They survived the crash. Now can they escape the wilderness? I cannot wait to read this one. It looks really, really good. Again, also signed by the author, because she is, again, just the absolute sweetest. Autographed up there. And then, of course, she also included an adorable little bookmark with some of her books on it. The Bayou Bachelors, it says on the back. These books came out back in 2019. Fully Dressed, Bear Devotions, and Bayou Vows. They look very, very spicy, don't they, guys? We might have to be checking those out, too. I have not read those ones by her, but I think I should. I am a big, big fan of Jerry's work. Her stuff is fantastic. We have been fortunate enough to interview her on the podcast. I'd love to have her back on again. But yeah, so that is my book mail from yesterday. So that's all that I have for this clip, you guys. What I'm actually going to do is I'm about to actually film the opening clip for next week's vlog. So I'm going to announce the books that I'll be reading next week, like the start of next week's vlog. And then tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish off this vlog, because I am still reading the new Sarah Morgan Beach House Summer. And I started last night, I read the first chapter of The Clue of the Tapping Heels by Carolyn Keene, the next Nancy Drew book. So I will report back on both of those tomorrow, because my goal is to get them done today. So yes on that one. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Okay, I just wanted you guys to be able to hear this and see this. So it is not 8 or 9 at night. It is actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are about to get a major, major thunderstorm. It's already starting to rain a bit. I can feel it. I've got the window open, but once it starts raining, I will definitely, like, really starts raining, I will get you. Oh, and there comes the rain. Craziness. Wow. And my husband just texted to say that the internet is out. So we're in for this for a couple of hours, I think. Look at it, you guys. Wow. Look at the tree. Feel sorry for my neighbors over there. I don't think you guys can see it, but their window is open. Oops. And there's the thunder and lightning. All right, I will report back. And friends, we have lost power. My laptop is beeping at me. It's only got power because it's on battery backup, but again, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, my friends. And we have completely lost power. So, yeah, this is fun. But there's the outside right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry, this is probably really boring. But, like, downstairs. back in here. There's some decent light in here. Okay, the winds have died down a little bit. But if you can hear that banging, that's hail. Yeah, this is craziness. Can you see the hail? Popcorn. Yeah, there's the lightning. I'm gonna get off the phone. Hi friends, coming to you with a very quick update. So it is a couple of hours later and clearly we got power back. But it's not just that, it's like the sun is out. So the storm is over and I'm gonna show you guys some video of outside. Garrett and I had to run out to Walmart for a bit. And guys, there are trees down everywhere. It's like the storm lasted maybe 30 minutes, but it really did some major damage. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys outside currently. There we go. There's my mom's lilac tree. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Like how green everything is in the backyard. It's also pretty. Oh, it's just lovely. Just lovely. But yeah, clear blue sky. You wouldn't have even known that we had a rainstorm at all. So, oh, and the empty pool. And the liner's been taken out. It's been opened up. We'll be getting new liner for it in the next few weeks and opening the pool up for the summer, which will be very exciting. So, yay on that one. But yeah, but that lilac bush is just absolutely beautiful. Hi friends, it is Saturday night. It is approximately, I think it's like 8:30 or something like that. Anyway, I'm coming to you with the final clip for this vlog. I'm standing in front of the open window so you guys can hear the lovely sounds of someone sawing something in the neighborhood. I went to stand here and there was nothing happening, and then now all of a sudden someone's doing something. So anyway, just a bit of a different view because the vlog has been relatively boring this week. I was editing it today and noticed it's like just me sitting there all, you know, no real other pictures until the big storm happened today. So anyway, yeah, final clip of the vlog. I'm just here to let you guys know that I'm not finishing anything else tonight. I was really hoping to, and then I got doing some stuff while I was working today, and then the power went out with the storm, so that was something. And then after all that was done, Garrett and I had to go out, and we were out for a good couple of hours. We had to do just some running around and came home and like eating, and I'm just like, yeah, 2 books, I'm not getting them done. So I'll be carrying them over into next week, which is fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me in the least to do that, you know. But just to let you guys know, so I think I finished 4 books this week, which is not bad. So I mean, like, I have like 8 books. Spoiler alert, I have 8 books on my TBR for next week, including the 2 I'm currently reading. So can I potentially finish 10 books in a week? No. Well, I potentially could. Actually, I have tomorrow is Sunday and I'm off, and then obviously, and Monday's a holiday and our neighbor is sawing again, so I have that day. I am home all day. I can get some reading done, and I have next Friday off too, so who knows, we shall see. But anyway, I am also currently watching Law & Order. Another reason why I did not get a lot read today. So anyway, guys, that is it. I want to close off this vlog. I'm actually gonna go and upload this now, like not upload. I'm gonna go and export all of this now and maybe get it uploaded for it to go up tomorrow. But yeah, so I will talk to all of you. Oh, videos coming up this week in case anyone is curious. I have the I'm using my funky selfie stick. Aren't I cool? I have the TBR bingo numbers coming up on Tuesday, that video. And then I have on Thursday is my Harlequin anticipated reads vlog. So the 4 books that I am reading for, or read for that. Actually, technically I finished 5 books. 6 books? I finished 6 books this week, you guys, because 2 of them are part of that vlog. So I didn't share them here. I'm sure it's 6. I'm sure I finished 2 of those this week. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that vlog's going up on Thursday. So you're probably asking yourself, Sarah, when is your TBR for June going up? Not until next Tuesday. You guys have to wait until the 31st for that to go up. It's just the way the month fell, the way everything, kind of fell into place. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have. I will talk to you all in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.